Uncharted. Uncharted is the story of Nate Drake, played by Tom Holland, and is based off of the very popular video game franchise, which I've never played. Nate is a young bartender working in New York City when he is one day approached by a man named Sully, who is looking to hire him for a job. The job is to recover Spanish gold that was found and lost in an expedition that occurred hundreds of years ago. Nate is eventually convinced to join Sully on their adventures, so him and Sully encounter the adventure of a lifetime and try to find gold. However, they run into obstacles along the way, including another person who's after the treasure. Between Nate and Sully and this obstacle, they duke it out to see who gets there first. And we have our movie. Overall, Uncharted really surprised me, and I enjoyed nearly every second of it. Me not having played the really popular video game franchise, I went into this movie pretty blind aside from what I saw in the trailers. I was really blown away by this movie. Tom Holland gives another outstanding performance like he does in just about all of his movies, and so does Sophia Ali. Between them and Mark Wahlberg, they are really the front and center of this film, and they carry it with grace and camaraderie and really make it a pleasant experience. The chases are really fun, the action is controlled and vibrant, and the conversations between characters are genuine and wholesome. Having said that, the script does get awkward at points and wastes what would have likely been a strong antagonist in Antonio Banderas. Starting off with what I really enjoyed about this movie. Uncharted is wildly entertaining. From start to finish, the movie always finds a way to keep you entertained. The pacing is excellent, and the movie always has a bit of fun. It has some laughs, it's got some puzzle solving, it's got awesome chases and pursuits to really keep your attention and on your toes, with very few dull moments in between. The characters are always on their toes and on the lookout, which keeps you on your toes and also on the lookout for small subtle things that you wouldn't otherwise pay attention to. And just when things seem like they're coming to a lull, events unfold and the pacing picks back up again, and before you know it, you're having a great time once more. Also, the leads in this film have excellent chemistry. Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, and Sophia Ali all work very well together to carry this film. Most of the time, at least two of these characters are on screen together and are a joy to watch. Whether it's a laugh in between them or a genuine moment in solace of desperation, each conversation feels wholesome and genuine, even in the moments where the script falters. All of these actors seem invested and fun, which is contagious. And lastly, this movie is straightforward and it sticks to its best strengths. At its very core, Uncharted is a treasure hunt movie. It's about people who are after very rare artifacts for varying reasons. And the movie does such a great job at honing in on that objective and keeps you from getting distracted from that fun. It doesn't really attempt to be a deep or convoluted character piece. And while that strategy and perhaps others would be right for other films, it wouldn't stick very well in this one, because that would ultimately distract you from the best parts of this film, which is the fun, entertainment, and the treasure hunt in this case. And also the laughs, and I really appreciated the movie for sticking with what it does best. Now, what did I not like so much about this movie? I thought the script was pretty inconsistent. There are many moments in this film where the script, I think, falls in line with what exactly they're looking for, which is a lot of fun, some laughs, and even some other forms of comedy. But there are many other moments where there's conversations or events taking place between our characters and their obstacles, and some of the dialogue within those moments are really awkward and they come across as clunky filler considering they're repeated so many times. You start to notice these one or two key phrases that become really noticeable about halfway through the film, and after a while you start to make bets at how many times these characters are going to say these one or two things by the time the film ends. It's the equivalent of hearing a person give a speech and saying about 100 times within the speech. You start counting and it just gets really distracting. And in addition, the delivery of said dialogue is even awkward for the actors. You can tell that at times they just aren't quite sure what to do with it, because no amount of great acting can really overcome just the bad dialogue. Also, the antagonist in this film is pretty weak. Antonio Banderas plays as the main antagonist, and although Antonio Banderas is excellently charming, there isn't quite enough in the script to really put him at the forefront of the movie and really make him seem like an obstacle. He seems like more of a background character than an antagonist, and that really eliminates this idea that there's actually a conflict between our protagonists and the antagonist. And without really that central conflict, it overall makes the movie just a little less interesting. Friends, in the end, I'm gonna have to give Uncharted an 8 out of 10. I thought it was great, and I highly recommend seeing it in theaters. Friends, have you seen Uncharted? If so, what'd you think of it? You know where the comment section is. Let me know. Also, I'd be curious, have you played the Uncharted video games? Thanks so much for watching another Bankrupt Hippo movie review. If you like this, click right here if you'd like to see more. I've been Bryson. Until next time, have a great day.